Right, Charlie, we've just lost 1-0 to Southampton. Wow, I mean, I haven't seen you for a couple games, but I've seen your videos and we've spoken on the phone. Look, we've not been happy for a while, and to be fair, me and you have been on the same page. We're happy to back a manager, but we won't back him blindly. So what's your stance based on what we've seen? I mean, we've lost again.
I can't back it anymore, mate. I can't come in here and defend that today. I simply can't. I'm all for giving managers time and to build something and to look towards the long term. But I've got to get something to cling on to that's showing me that it's worth me coming on here week in, week out and defending a manager. I'm not seeing that. 2 wins in 15 now. Bottom of the league have done the double over us. We can't put the ball in the net. We're clueless. We've got no ideas. There's no team cohesion. There's no chemistry. There's no nothing. You've got players being subbed off that shouldn't have been subbed off. You've got selections wrong. Players being left out of the squad that shouldn't be left out of the squad. You do that sort of shit. You leave your best players out of the squad when you're in a luxury position. We're not in a fucking luxury position. We can't win any fucking games at all, and we're leaving our fucking best players out of the squad. If you want to manage Reece James's minutes, don't leave him out the whole fucking squad. Leave him on the fucking bench. Don't leave Thiago Silva out the whole squad. He plays. He can easily play. Why is he not playing today? Why are we leaving our best players out of the pitch? We're not in a position to be doing that. And that falls on a manager today. You have to take responsibility for that. You can't be taking the piss and taking liberties like that when we win no fucking football matches. So he's got to take a lot of responsibility today. It's turning a bit toxic in now. Booze at half-time, booze at full-time. And I've said to you before, I've said that on videos and whatnot, that this is a big week and you cannot lose the bottom of the league. We've got Spurs next week and we've got Leeds and we've got Dortmund. I can't see us winning a game. I can't see us scoring a goal, let alone winning a game. I don't know where we go from here, because right now, whatever we're doing, it isn't fucking working.
The crazy thing is, I was sat right behind the gantry, and when Azpilicueta got kicked in the face, obviously I hope he's doing well, Potter was just standing there. And one of the fans, 2-3 seats from me, literally was shouting at Potter, "Speak to your players. Speak to your players." And Potter looked up, and Reece James, a couple of other players, they looked up. And then he walks over, chats a little bit. It's hardly inspiring from the side, because even if you don't know what you're doing, you want to at least look like you're having a fight. And I mean, we're not seeing anything.
No, bro, it's a massive problem. Look, everyone's different, Look, we've been blessed over the years, like Mourinho, Conte, Tuchel, passionate guys on the sideline, okay? That's one way of doing it. There are other ways of doing it. But when you're in the trenches and we're mudded and we're shit, you need to look somewhere for some inspiration. You've got to look to your leaders. The manager is the leader. We haven't got any leaders on the pitch. You look to the sideline for some sort of inspiration. Where is it? What are you doing? There's no shouting. There's no instructions. There's no nothing. There's no leaders on the pitch. It's just a rudderless ship at the moment. And I don't want to call for managers to be removed from their position, because I'm not about that until it gets sort of untenable. But I'm almost at a point now where I'm like, how much more of this can I back? I cannot defend today, but how much more of this can I back? Honestly, mate, for me now, I think if we get to next week and we lose at Tottenham, I think he's banging trouble. I can't defend any of it anymore. I'm on the limit now. I'm almost that we need to make a change, but if we win next week, I think we can maybe get things back on track. But that's a massive if. But right now, mate, I'm seeing nothing that's warranting me to continually back this manager. Not even a glimmer. Not even just like any patterns of play. Like even today, we created a few chances. We can't fucking score anything. We just cannot do anything. And now look, it's going to fall on the manager, and it is massively his responsibility as well. But let's not absorb the players from any blame today. Not good enough. No one good enough today. No one. And we've got an expensively assembled squad. I'm fully aware it's going to take time. These guys are showing nothing. Nothing. I'm not expecting a finished article, but just something. Do something. No one's doing anything.
I suppose the only thing these players have on their side in this scenario is the fact that they're coming into a new league, and also a lot of them are very young players, so they need to be bedded into the squad. But unfortunately, when you're in a club like us, there's demands, and if you don't meet those, you're going to meet the wrath of the crowd, like they did at full time.
But we've got what do we want as a fan base? Do we want young players to come in, and do we want to give them time and build, or we want that, but we want the results to go with it? The two don't necessarily go hand in hand. We're going to go through some teething issues, but at the same time, there's like teething issues, and then there's like what's going on at the moment. It's not good enough. It simply isn't good enough. Now, we've seen managers struggle to get a tune out of players at Chelsea. It's nothing new. It normally comes after a period of doing well, and then when we start not doing well, that's when the toys come out the pram, the tools are downed, and it goes to shit. And we've seen this cycle for years and years. Bro, we haven't even hit any fucking form yet, and we're already seeing that the players don't look up for it. Like, we're out of ideas. We just got nothing today. I mean, like, today, what the fuck was that today? What was that? You know, bottom of the league, sack their manager. God knows how many fucking wins they've had. Absolutely none. 2 against us, priceless. Giving away stupid fouls on the edge of the box. And you've got Ward-Prowse, who's very good at free kicks. It's almost like giving away a penalty. And there was a little bit of a response at the beginning of the second half, but did anyone expect us to score? No. Players holding onto the ball for too fucking long. Release it. Sterling, Havertz, not good enough. Mount, invisible today. You know, Portsmouth fan, boy, you know, normally plays well against Southampton. Where were you? Where the fuck was everyone? Midfield, non-existent today. Defence looked like shit with no Thiago Silva in there. We fall apart with no Silva and no James, and yet a decision is taken to rest those players when we're desperate for a win. We're not in a position to be taking liberties. We're fucking about, and we're not in a position to be doing that. So, for me now, mate, I honestly don't know where it goes from here. I don't know what to think anymore, because I come week in, week out. We go to a lot of games, home and away, travelling up and down the country. Every game we go to, we're like, it can't get much worse than this, and it does. Brighton, Newcastle, Fulham. It keeps getting worse. When's it going to end? Are we going to go to Tottenham next week, which is where we always get 3 points? I don't think we've even let in a fucking goal at that stadium. What's going to happen there? We're going to go there and they're going to put one over on us. Like, what's going on? When does this stop?
The crazy thing is, we went to Leeds away at the beginning of the season when Tuchel was still in charge.
Embarrassing.
And we really believed at that point before the game we could push for the title. I don't know about you. I did.
Mate, we
spent so much money. We had some great players. Obviously, we overspent, but look how far we've fallen.
Mate, I almost feel a little bit shameless, like at the start of the season, thinking, "Fuck, this recruitment's been so good. We're genuine title challengers." Mate, it's actually embarrassing, but that's part of being a football fan. You say things and things change, but mate, we're a million miles away. We're in relegation form. 2 wins in 15. 2 wins in 15. What, we beaten Crystal Palace and we beaten fucking Bournemouth at home. And we've lost to about every
great past them as well.
And we've lost to everyone else. I don't know what we do from here. I don't know what players we put on the pitch. I don't know what lineup to use. I don't know what tactics we do. I don't know what we do to change this. But right now, mate, every week coming to this stadium, up and down the country, other stadiums, I don't expect anything, mate. And it's a terrible position to be in. And ultimately, you know, the manager's got to take responsibility for it. And he's hanging on. I think he's hanging on. You know, a loss at Tottenham. Players disgraceful today again. But manager poor as well. I fully get it. I've backed the manager a lot more than most, but I can't defend him today in terms of that. I cannot defend it, because you've got to do something. You've got to be inspiring. Just do something on the sidelines.
We didn't want it enough.
They
wanted it more from the get-go.
But this is a mentality issue, though. These guys are fighting for their lives at the bottom of the table. We're fucking mid-table, 2 wins in 15 now, and yet we look like we're bottom of the table. Players not looking like they're up for it. Looks like they're just turning up and they think it's going to be an easy win. That attitude's got to change. What are we doing on the training ground? What's going on? It does. The tone comes from the top. The manager sets the tone at the top, and as a player, you've got to look at him and think, right, I'm scared. I'm scared. Like, I'm scared. If I do something wrong, if I play shit, the manager's going to be on me. You're just going to get an arm around the shoulder from Potter, and sometimes that works. But right now, you need characters, you need leaders, and you need someone that's going to have like a hard word. You've got to have a cold, hard word with the players and look at yourself and think, I've got to do better. Or just admit, actually, this is too big for me. Maybe I need to step away and move on and do the right thing. I don't know.